Hey guys, it's Jillian, and today I wanted to go over the different reasons of why I chose UC Berkeley. So I know that the decision date is in 2 days, so whether you are still deciding between maybe like Berkeley or UCLA or another school like that, or you haven't applied yet and are looking to see where you should apply, I hope this video helps you out. So I'm going to be going over 5 pros and 5 cons, and I'm going to be doing the cons first because I just wanted to get those out of the way, and then I'm going to do the pros, so make sure to stick around for those because those are the best part. Definitely make sure to like and subscribe if you want some more college content. The first con that I could think of for Berkeley was the toxic or competitive environment that Berkeley is known for. And I've talked to many current students about this after committing, and they've all said that it's kind of a personal choice. If you want to be competitive, then you definitely can be. I know it's very hard to get into the business school, and the engineering school is also pretty competitive as well. But if you want to be collaborative with your peers, then you definitely can be. So with that in mind, I know that I will be very collaborative with my peers if I want to be, and if I don't want to be, then I just won't be. And I think it's just a personal choice. It's not necessarily like a stigma that everybody is competitive. It's more just personal, and maybe the people that go there are a little more competitive because I know that GPA is graded on a curve or something like that. The other thing I wanted to point out about this is that just for me personally, I really like being surrounded by people who are like essentially better than me, because it makes me more driven to achieve my goals when other people around me are doing better than me and getting their goals done too. The next con that I thought of was that San Francisco is expensive. It is very expensive. So not only are you paying like the more expensive tuition, especially if you're out of state, the cost of just going out to eat or even the housing at Berkeley is so expensive. So I know that I'll definitely have to budget my money more when I get there. The next con that I took into consideration was that Berkeley is not in the best area, and I know I've talked to a couple of current students about this, and they all said that it is usually very safe as long as you're smart about it. And I think they have a really good buddy system where you can call people. I think it's called like Bear Walk or something, where if you're studying super late at night, you can always call someone. I think there are different areas that you definitely should avoid, but as a whole, I think campus is quite safe overall. The next con that kind of goes hand in hand with the first one is that it is very hard to get into clubs, and I have actually heard this about almost every top school, that you really never expect that when you get to college you'll have to do the whole application process all over again, but you actually do. You have to apply to every club that you want to get into, and I heard it's actually really rigorous to get into certain clubs, so that is definitely something to take into consideration. But if you're looking between 2 different top schools, there's really no difference between that. It's hard to get into clubs anywhere. And the very last con is the food. So I have heard that the food at Berkeley is not the best. I can't speak from personal experience because obviously I haven't been yet. I'm not the most picky with food. I think most foods are pretty good, and as a whole I think there's so many amazing food places to eat around there that if you ever really want some good food like Korean barbecue or something, you can always go out with your friends around the surrounding area. And now I wanted to talk about the pros, which is the best part because it is why I chose my school in the first place. So first and foremost, Berkeley is very known for their academics. That's no secret. My major is business and engineering in the MET program, and both business and engineering I think are number 3, which, not to focus on rankings or anything, but it does really help with the name brand as your school when you're going to look for jobs and stuff. And the same goes for nearly every department at Berkeley, so it's really great to have that as you're going to look for jobs. The next thing that really drew me to Berkeley was that all of their students are so focused on being very socially impactful. And this goes all the way back to the free speech movement. The Berkeley students were one of the first schools to actually have a protest on campus. And I think it's just really cool that their students are very involved in society and they really want to make the world a better place. And I think that's something that I really wanted to be a part of. The next pro that I wanted to talk about is that it is very close to San Francisco and Silicon Valley, and I think this one's a no-brainer. If you're in tech or business, this is so helpful for you when you're looking for jobs or internships or just any opportunities to network, and I think this is just a huge pro for Berkeley if you really want to go into the tech field. The next thing that I always hear about Berkeley is that it prepares you for the real world. Since Berkeley is such a big school, I know that they don't really baby any of their freshmen, and you just automatically get thrown into this mix, and I think that automatically just shows you what the real world is like. You just kind of have to fend for yourself, and I think that's kind of scary, but it's also really good because I want to be prepared as I'm going into the next phase of my life. With Berkeley being such a large school, I'll definitely be interacting with so many people from different backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities, anything like that, and I think that really broadens your global perspective, and I'm just really looking forward to that because I love just meeting new people and seeing what the world is like through a different lens. So I think that's definitely a big pro of Berkeley as well, because you may not get that same experience in a smaller private school. And the final pro, for me at least, is definitely the MET program, which is the Management, Entrepreneurship, and Technology program at Berkeley. And what it is basically you get a double degree in engineering and business, and for me, I'm doing industrial engineering and operations research. So for me, that's definitely my dream program, and I really couldn't even imagine turning it down because I didn't even expect to get in. So that was definitely really crazy. And if you are looking at a school for business and engineering, you should definitely apply to MET because it really is such a great program, and I can already tell that every person that's in there is just so passionate about making a difference in the tech world, the business world, or in just globally as a whole. And I think it's just really great. I've met so many great people in there, and I'm really looking forward to the next 4 years with them. So I do have one more, and I put this in the neutral category, but it's definitely a pro for me, and that is the weather, because I actually really like the San Francisco weather. It's usually in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, and it's kind of windy, kind of cloudy, kind of sunny, and it's just a good mix of everything. And I really like that weather because you can kind of like wear whatever, and it's not cold enough that you can't go outside, but it's not hot enough that it's super, super hot and you don't want to go outside, so it's like perfect for me. So that's just a little extra bonus one for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way, whether you're applying to college right now or you are trying to decide in the next 2 days before the deadline. Definitely make sure to like this video if you enjoyed, and comment down below if you have any other ideas of videos I can do. Alright, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!